Hi, John Clements here, and I'm sort of near the back gate. This is an area that very few people see, but this is right outside of our new horticulture building here at the service entrance to the garden, and we're landscaping it right now. And a couple things I want to show you. This is a wonderful plant, one of my favorites from South Africa, and the common name is 𝘏𝘺𝘮𝘮𝘮, but here's a mouthful for you. This is Hymenolepis 𝘏𝘺𝘮𝘮𝘯𝘰. And how do I know that? It's actually on an accession tag, and every plant that we plant here has one of these tags, and it has quite a number of things for us that are recorded here. It has an accession number, and that tells us the date that we got it, where we got it from, where it's going in the garden, and just a wealth of details from this little tag. And so every single plant we plant gets tagged. And so I'm going to show you here. People frequently ask me, well, I'm in a new house, so what do? I want to start planting a garden. Do I rototill? Do I add things to the soil? And my answer is always no. That's really not necessary. But what I do suggest you do is, this was bare soil a year ago. Bring in as much compost as you can. Put about 4 inches of compost down, then put 3 to 4 inches of arborist wood chips and water it down, and then let it perk. And what you'll find is all of the life that's in the soil will be awakened by just that combination of the organic ingredients and then the water. This is a terrible, terrible soil substrate here. This is a mixture of Torrey pines layer of geology, and it's also a 𝘏𝘺𝘮𝘮𝘮 layer of sandstone, and so it's impermeable to water. It's hard as a rock. We couldn't even dig this with a shovel a year ago. And so just by adding the compost and the arborist wood chips, watering it down and letting it sit, this is what we can do now. What couldn't be dug with a shovel, I can do with little hand tools now. And you can see that the compost and the arborist wood chips have began to work on that soil. So what was undiggable, unplantable is now pretty nice. And so when I'm doing 1 gallon plants, I literally just work the area surrounding the hole I'm planting in, and then mix that wonderful new addition into the substrate. I'll remove any rocks. There's a rock here, but that wasn't diggable a year ago. And so just by doing almost nothing, it's pretty nice. Now, when you're planting, one of the most important things to remember is don't plant anything too deep. Whatever the layer was that it came from the container, you want that slightly above the ground level that you're putting it into. Open up the roots very gently, and then measure. You can see I'm just a little bit above the soil level here, which is perfect. Now I want to backfill, leaving the crown of that container slightly high. And then I'm going to bring in a layer of mulch, and I'll just put it right up here, add a little bit of drip irrigation loop, and we're good to go. So, what's the first thing you should do to your bare soil? Nothing. Just add some compost, add a little bit of wood chips, wait a while, and then plant.